it's we're back here with Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, where we've just finished Chapter 23, The Great Bridge. We're back sort of formally in Crimea now. We're actually across the border, which was that bridge there. So we're roaring towards Melior here. It feels like we could only have a few skirmishes before we get there, so there's gotta be some more twisty and turny that goes on here. I reckon, anyway. I mean, given that the enemy is in possession of the Fire Emblem and General Ina is still about, there's more intrigue to be had. That said, Ashnard gave Petrine the order to kill her, right? And then Petrine, we killed her a minute ago, so, like, I'm guessing she didn't have time to kill General Ina on the way over here, because how would she have found her in such a short time? So Ina's still somewhere in Crimea, I figure, on her way to Ashnard, although perhaps she's gotten wind of the fact that they're trying to kill her as of yet, but only one way to find out, and that's to carry on, isn't it? Don't think we got too much especially rare loot, except for maybe that flame lance on our way, so perhaps there won't be too much to unpack, but we'll see if there are interesting base conversations and the like. But first, the Crimean army defeats General Petrine, one of King Ashnard's feared four riders. Okay, she was one of the four riders, and finally arrives home. The princess's return is met with the jubilation and tears of the retainers who have managed to survive. Yes, Count Bastion and Lucia, whom we've both met. Both of whom we've met. Sorry. Well, we didn't formally meet Bastion with our characters, but Lucia now. As long as we have Princess Alencia, Crimea will be liberated. These are the words that they gave the people hope as they endured the harsh rule of a conquering country. The silent masses who long for the restoration of their homeland slowly begin to give voice to their dream. Surely, they think, this chance to see Crimea freed will not be wasted. No pressure! Chapter 24! Battle Reunion. Now, whom that refers to, I wonder. We're going to be battling someone and it'll be a reunion? Oh my gosh, it already looks like we're on a battlefield. What the hey? We haven't even had a chance to sit at our base and relax. Well, that's a nice looking church. Steeple, whatever it is. Delbray Castle. Right. It's rare that they show us the battlefield before Jeffrey! And Bastion. Perhaps this is what they mean. We'll be in battle when Alencia finally re-meets Jeffrey. Can it be? There is no mistake in my words. The princess has returned to Crimea. Lady Lucia serves as her guide. They should be on their way here as we speak. How long has it been since we've seen the princess? We have been living for the day where we steal the eyes from Dan's army and bring her home. And now it has come. That's a little violent. I had to read that like twice to make sure that's what he said. Indeed, for His Majesty, for the Queen, and for Crown Prince Renning as well. We must act as one and support our beloved Princess Alencia. Yes, if all goes well, our dearest wish will soon come to its fulfillment. There's no time to wait. If we wish to properly greet the princess and her retinue, there is much to be done. Right, let's let everyone know. We must divide the tasks and begin preparations for a feast at once. And flowers must be prepared for the princess's chamber. Oh, we mustn't forget music and entertainment either. I suppose I shall have to polish the silver tableware I was hiding too. You? You possess such refined things? I figured a rustic boor like you would have sold them for a lamb shank. I received the silver from His Majesty when I was awarded my knighthood. I have been saving it for just such an occasion. Well done! Get ready! We are going to be a very, very busy. Ha! What a fantastic day this will be! Castle Delbray isn't Melior, though, so, like, what is the importance, significance of this place? The command retainers are waiting for us at this Castle Delbray? Yes. In your absence, Princess, we use the cellars beneath the castle as a secret meeting place. It is from there that we contacted other retainers who were hiding throughout the land. And no one was discovered. We disguised ourselves as merchants or peasants, and Dan looked right past us. Their arrogance is without equal. However, now that we've heard of your return, we are bringing out our hidden Crimean armor and polishing away. Merchants? Jeffrey is one thing, but I cannot imagine Bastion as a shopkeeper. No one could. That's why he dressed as a street performer. Now that I can see. I'm sure it suited him perfectly. Did he juggle and gamble about? And Jeffrey, never have you seen a merchant with such perfect posture. That sounds just like him. Happy to see her in good spirits? Princess Alencia seems to be having a wonderful time. She's been smiling and laughing for hours. It seems she and Lucia grew up together. She feels completely at ease around her. No joke. The princess seemed to be of good cheer when she was with us as well, but I suppose she was putting on a brave face. When I see her in this light, I'm reminded that she's still only a young woman. What we see now is the princess as she was before Dan's attack. That is the true Princess Alencia. It's good to be home, isn't it? We've still many battles ahead, but for tonight we should relax and let ourselves forget our cares. No one can continue under this much stress forever, right? I suppose you're right. No joke indeedly. I'd like to report the results of our last battle. Did you not hear Randolph said we should relax? Well, he can stuff it. MVP Marcia, new ally ran off, no bonus XP. Sad. Ooh, but we got a bunch of money from that. Randomly. Cool. No, I guess, well, if we're meeting with the counts and all. Either way, that's nice money to have. There were no deaths and no injuries beyond our capabilities to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well. That is all. By your leave, I'll excuse myself. As always, feel free. Righty! Info, how many? Friend! Music took a minute. Sure, hello, friend.
Ah, Ike! There, hiding in the shadows of that tent! Grab him!
Huh? What? Hey! Ouch! Come on, you gotta let me go!
Stop whining, you little baby! Get over here! You spineless sop! You never learn, do ya?
What's going on?
Listen to this, Ike. While I was changing my clothes, my dear brother here tried stealing from my purse again!
Don't do this here. You don't need to tell the whole camp about it, do you?
Who's created this situation in the first place? And here I was thinking that you'd finally turned yourself around. Even as we speak, Mother is at home weeping in her soup. You chowderhead!
Don't worry about Mom. Dad's there to take care of her.
You brainless eunuch! God!
Marcia, ow, my foot! You're crushing it!
I heard something crunch! Help! I'm being crippled! And no one cares!
Alright. I think that's enough.
It's one thing that you're guppy-brained loud, but it's worse that you never, ever change. You're always being chased by thugs, and I always have to go looking for you. Do you have any idea how much I worry? Would it hurt you to think of others once in a while? You're my older brother, remember?
Marshall, I'm sorry. I'll give up gambling. I'll work hard and repay all my debts. Please, you gotta believe me. I don't, though. Why not forgive him? He's the only brother you've got, right?
Well, if Ike insists.
Really? Do you forgive me?
Only if you keep your word. This is the absolute last time.
I swear on Dad's grave.
It's not gonna work, you twit. Dad's still alive.
Made you laugh. About time, too. Straighten up and don't trouble your sister anymore.
Say, Marcia?
What is it, Mackloff? You want to bet on how long I can keep my promise? I'll give you 4-1 odds.
Ah!
Oh, what a prick. Soren and Ike! About bloody time! Hey, Soren. I've been thinking a lot about what you said the other day, and there's something I still don't understand. You survived. You're strong. Why would you feel insecure about who you are? Tell me. Tell me everything.
Curse you! Why can't you leave me be? I don't have any friends, Ike. I don't have anyone else. If I tell you and you turn on me, I don't think I can survive it.
That's why you have to tell me, Soren. You'll never tell anyone else. And if you don't tell anyone, you're just going to keep suffering. Look at you. You're a mess. Come on. Talk to me.
Ike,
Soren, it's me. Trust me. I don't give two figs who your parents are. I'll stand by you.
Ike, No, I won't. Ike, I'm branded. I'm one of the branded.
A branded? What's that?
It's a cross between a Beork and a Lagoose. Such a taboo union violates every teaching of the goddess and of society. We are untouchables, abominations, condemned to a life of hatred and shunning from both races.
Wait. Hold it a second. Let me make sure that I follow you. You're part Lagoose.
Yeah. This mark on my forehead is the proof. I learned about it while researching ancient books at the Minor Cathedral. I always thought it was a birthmark. I always thought it was the mark of a spirit charmer.
What's a spirit charmer?
Magic comes from interaction with spirits. If you let one into your body, it will give you tremendous power for a price. That's why the old sage was so interested in me. He thought I had struck a deal, but instead I was just a filthy branded.
Alright, I understand. So?
What do you mean, so?
So you have Lagoose blood in your veins. So you have a mark to prove it. So, what's the problem?
What's the problem? Don't you find me repugnant? I work beside you, eat beside you. I'm nothing. I don't belong anywhere. Doesn't that sicken you?
No, it doesn't change anything. You're still you, Soren. You're a capable officer of our army and my friend. We can't keep going unless you're with us.
I thought you... What? It was Gallia. The sage lived in Gallia. A few Beorks had settled there and...
Gallia? Are you saying...
When the sage died, no one would help me. I couldn't speak, couldn't find food. I was dying. You were the only one who helped. You and your father. That's why you're my friend. only friend. Oh, that was like, okay, that was totally worth waiting that long for it. That was the best support in the whole game so far. I got so mad at him too, and Ike was just completely, I don't understand. Why are you so upset? But at the same time, you understand why Ike's perspective there is limited, and why he doesn't understand why that was an insecure thing for Soren. Like, I mean, I reckon he understands a little more now that Soren's kind of bled all over the floor in front of him, so to speak. But that was really, really sweet. I'm so glad I got that. Soren is part Laguz. Yes, indeed. Which puts a lot of context, so I knew that from the sequel. It puts a hell of a lot of context to his whole thing, his whole uber racism dealio, right? Because now you kind of confirm that it's like a cycle of violence type thing, where for being even part Laguz, he was absolutely shunned, and so then now he's all, and so like people were uber mega racist to him, and so that's all ingrained in him now, and you understand why it's hard for him to shake. Not that forgives it exactly, but I think it's a brilliant character choice, and I think it's also a brilliant message there, that the effects of like that form of discrimination are felt by those like they're not only perpetuated by the initial perpetrators, if you will, but the victims can become perpetrators in turn with mindsets like that flowing around. Hence why there's no environment in which that sort of stuff is permissible, because it always has the potential to turn someone into the next offender and create more problems for everyone. Moving along anyhow, Mia and Ilyana have finally are up to be here, which is grand. Oh, I remember you from the other day. Hello. You're staggering again. Is there something wrong with you? No. I'm fine. Really. But you look sickly and ill. Why don't you go and see a priest? Quite alright. The last time I saw a priest, he said I wasn't sick. Are you sure you weren't being bilked? Was he a real priest? You look like you're about to keel over. I'm fine. Have it your way. Can you even walk? Yes, of course. I'll see you later. Where are you going? That's a dead end. Hold up for a moment. I'll come with you. You'll never find anything without me. Thank you. I like how everyone just sort of ends up helping Ilyana with whatever, because she looks like she can't help herself, even though she's much more capable than she lets on. Mordecai and Ranulph. Now that's interesting. Really? We've only had one battle with those two. Oh, interesting. Well, since Mordecai and Levy are not likely to have too many conversations with many others, I suppose I could get Ranulph, and Ranulph only gets Mordecai and Levy. I guess I could have Ranulph and get to A with one of these two. That's an interesting thought. Now, Mist and Rolf, was there a reason I couldn't do this? So Rolf's already got his A with Marcia, so I'm good with that. Mist, no, she needs both of them for Boyd, so she can't go with Rolf. I got it. I mean, you don't need an A support with everyone, but it's probably for the best strategy-wise, at the very least. Why not? Let's have Randolph chat with these two. I don't see Mordecai. Oh, well, Mordecai and Ilyana, maybe? How many others does Ilyana get? Well, say I get Mordecai to A with Randolph, and then C and B with Ilyana. That would be good for her. And then Levy gets C and B with him, and then, I don't know, maybe this other one. I think it's fine to do both of these for now. Randolph and Mordecai, let's see it. Hey, Mordecai, what's up, you big cat?
Randolph, it's been a while.
Yes, it has. Thanks for all your work. I heard about how fiercely you fought alongside these mercenaries.
Is that so? I am glad to help. Ike is a good Beork, strong and loyal. He is worth fighting for.
Did you have a chance to get to know some of the other mercenaries?
Some. I have a question, Ranulph. Do I speak well in this tongue?
You're fine, Mordecai. I'm sure you have an accent. You tend to growl a lot, but the Beork can understand.
These words are hard to me. As a cat, I need no hard words. One roar is enough for all the forest to understand.
That may be true, but the Beork can't begin to understand the nuance of our roars. We'd only scare them.
Yes, you are right. There are good Beorks here. Scaring them would be bad.
I feel so bad for him, because it's not like, well, as he says, there's intricacy to the way he speaks his own language that doesn't follow here, and the fact that he doesn't, you always sound so much more intelligent in your own language, and it's just a shame that he doesn't get to, or as yet, he struggles enough that he doesn't feel comfortable speaking at length, because I'm sure he's got a lot to say. Randolph and Levy! Hey there, Levy. Randolph, glad you could finally join us. Yes, the tide has finally turned. How are you holding up, Levy? You and Mordecai have shouldered the can I say that sentence again? Sure. You and Mordecai have shouldered all the burden until now. I'm glad I can finally take on some of the responsibility.
Apologies are meaningless unless they're backed up with deeds.
Ah, I see you're as friendly as ever. By the way, have you finally warmed up to this band of mercenaries?
In my own way. But there is still some occasional friction. I know they are beasts of habit, but must they always wear so much armor? They overwhelm our noses with the stink of iron and make it difficult to sniff out the enemy.
Well, there's nothing you can do about that. You could go to Ike and ask him to fight in the buff, but you won't have much luck.
And their eyes are so useless. I'm amazed the species has lived this long. Being blind in the dark is lethal.
There's nothing they can do about that, Lethe.
I suppose not. Still, they've done better than I expected.
I'm glad to hear they haven't completely let you down. You had quite the tragic look on your face when you first learned you'd have to travel with Ike and his merry band.
Pfft. Can you blame me?
I'm glad to hear she's adjusting a little anyway.
This is good. The only one we have available is Mist and Rolf, which I can't do. Before, it was like we had so many available that I was just like, I don't know if we're doing this yet. Very good. And that's the last info as well. I suppose I'll just go maintain some weapons here, but I don't think we've burned too many. That said, your steel sword could be replaced with a better one. Ooh, actually, let's see what the shop has got. Steel swords, steel lances, javelins. I'm gonna just buy like 2 of those. Iron axes, steel axes. Let's buy a few more steel. Ooh, silver axe. I'll just buy a few steel axes and then like 2. Oh god, I'm almost out of money again. I'll buy 2 silver axes anyway. Iron bow, steel bow, silver bow, dagger, thunder, elf thunder, shine. Okay. I'm gonna sell some gear. I'm gonna sell off a bunch of old weapons, I think. And if Mia's up at sword A, it won't be long before she can use the vague catty, which is what its stats like. Crit 35, might 12. Right, okay. A crit is even better than a killing edge, and it's lighter and more accurate. Brilliant. Bunch of old steel lances I don't want to keep around. Okay, we probably have enough javelins. I could sell the flame lance for 3,000. That's interesting. Although I think I would like to keep it. I don't think we're close to filling up our inventory, but may as well get rid of some of this stuff that I'm like definitely not going to use. And we've got plenty of random goods we can sell for a bit more coin. I suppose if I were going to give the statue fragment to anyone, it would be Mia, because her weights or like her build is a bit small, so I always find that she can't rescue and like shove people as much as I'm expecting. And as someone who's adept on the front lines, it's nice to be able to do so. So it would be her or someone like her, I think. Oh, Meteor's only Fire C. That shouldn't be difficult to get to. I definitely want to stock up on some Thunder. Actually, I probably don't need any more L Thunder for now. Or any Light Magic, because there's only the one of us who's using that. I probably don't even really need this many Men Staffs, considering how useful we are with the heal ones, but I won't ditch these for now, I don't think. Look at all the different stab types we have. Oh, I still didn't use the Spirit Dust. I should do that. But I think I'll do away with this Master Seal for the moment. Actually, is there anything else I can sell first? I guess I don't see myself using too much these antitoxins, really, and it was kind of why I stole them, in part. Yeah, perhaps I'll regret this later, but I'll sell both of these. Oh, I still have all these gems to sell as well. Though I'm like hanging on to them like, what if though? Yeah, I'll sell the Master Seal for the moment. We've got plenty of like spare axes and stuff. I'm probably being a bit overzealous in purchasing really anything. Except probably do want just 2 still silver bows. Maybe just 1 extra thunder. And I don't even really feel the need to forge anything especially, considering I got Oscar that one. I think it might be nice to give Braum something fun, because his damage output on the front line is a bit sad, but... Ooh, you know what? I hope when he classes up to whatever he classes up to, he gets to wield like a second type of weapon, like bows maybe or something. That would be cool. I think I'm gonna see about getting our 2 archers, maybe swapping out one of their bows for a silver one. Where are they? Yeah, let me try swapping your Laguz bow for the silver bow, I think. Where is it? Oh, you haven't got the rank for it yet. Never mind. Let's take that back. I'm guessing Rolf hasn't then either. Yep. We'll hang on to it anyway. By the time we can use it, we'll have enough, I guess. Very good. Last thing is to assign this magic thing. So I could obviously, there are a few approaches here. I could give it to Ike and just be like, okay, make your sonic sword a little more viable. I could give it to one of our mage people already who are already magic and just be like, here, be better at magic. Like I could give it to Reese, for instance, although it's probably a bit much. I could give it to someone else whom I might want to have that with that magic weapon. Like I could give it, you, that flame lance. I think you're probably the one I'm going to give the flame lance in the end. I think since your magic is a little lower than Soren's, but you're mostly neck and neck, I may as well try to do my best to keep you at his level and give you the buff. That's the wrong one. Oh my god, what am I doing? Sorry. I was thinking too hard about not picking the wrong one up, that I picked the wrong one up. Okay, good. There we go. Actually, your magic, Oscar, is comparable to Marsha's. But I think I'll give it to her because Falcon Knights already are sort of, their defenses are much more balanced. I sort of think of them as the ones who you're expecting to sort of mix magic and not. We also have a heavy spear now, which is extra against armor, which is kind of cool. Maybe Oscar wants that? Or maybe Braum wants that. Where is that man? Probably more than the Knight Killer anyway, since he's going to be the one we're putting up in front to block other armored knights. Very good. That'll be that. Let's carry on. Conviviality abounds. And what's happening to Delbray Castle here? Oh, it's rainy. Pretty. Mucho pretty. There are a lot of ballistae set up here that I'm not very comfortable with. Today's the happy day the princess returns. Yet the goddess seems fit to bring rain. Come rain like this is a kiss upon the face. I didn't read that right, sorry. Come rain is like a kiss upon the face. A scent and a feel unparalleled in kind. Reunions in the rain are most heartfelt. Say, Bastion, how far do you suppose the princess and her escort have come? Why aren't they here yet? Listen, friend, you have asked me that same question 58 times, and I have responded 57 times. But now 58 comes anon. You need to calm yourself. I know, but it's only a little while longer. Make no mistake, our princess will arrive today. I understand your impatience, I really do. But you're the general of our little army. If you act so, the men will react in kind. You're right. A true knight is the essence of composure. Take a deep breath. Breathe in and out. See? Don't you feel better? Blast, it's no good. I'm gonna go check on stuff. What am I supposed to do with him? Let him check, I guess. Just let him ease his mind. I saw a healing bush there. They're here! I see them! What? Really? That's them, isn't it? The princess's army? Where? Show me where you're looking. Jeffrey, that's not the princess. Those are Dayan troops. What? No, please tell me you're joking. Even he wouldn't joke about that, I don't think. And we don't have that many Wyvern Riders. He is all the way for real. Oh, is it gonna be like a defend? Like we can't let them seize the castle kind of thing? Ruh-roh. Once we cross the hills, we'll be in Delbray territory. Count Bastion went ahead of us, so they should know of your return by now. Speaking of which, here he comes now. I suppose he couldn't wait any longer to come and came riding out to meet you. How sweet. Princess Alicia! Lady Lucia! Bastion, there's no need for you to rush, so I'm coming in your direction anyway. We've been attacked! Castle Delbray is surrounded by the enemy troops! No. It can't be. Jeffrey's acting as decoy. You mustn't continue on this road. You must continue on this road to the southwest. Sorry, I'm giving mixed directions, aren't I? So the enemy's found us, hey? Nothing to do about it but change course. I'll lead you to another hiding place. What are you saying, Lucia? We must have Jeffrey. Bastion? Luck was not with us, Princess. We have no choice. We'll have to abandon our companions in Castle Delbray. No, we will not! Jeffrey and the others have survived so much already. I will not abandon them. Princess, please understand. If we could do so without danger to you, we would gladly risk our lives to go back. We cannot do this. Please, Lucia, we must go back to the castle. Bastion, you must not do this thing. Jeffrey is a knight. In the name of our friend's honor, Princess, you must escape. No, no! They survived this long. They're alive. No! General Ike, we don't have much time. While we stand here squabbling, Dayan scouts may spot our position. Please move the army southwest of this road.
No.
Pardon? What did you say?
We're going to the castle. If it's surrounded by Dayan troops, we cut our way through and join the other knights. Understood?
Weren't you listening? I said we had no choice but to leave them behind. They were lost to us the moment the enemy discovered and surrounded them.
They're not so lost that we can't take them back.
You're the general of Command's army, are you not? Even if only for the moment? I would hope that you would act more in accordance with your responsibilities.
I didn't choose or ask to be general. I was put here by matters of time and circumstance. But as a mercenary, I have a contract with Princess Alincia that's still in effect. That means she's my employer. And right now, my employer says she wants to go and save the people stuck in that castle. Is that correct, Alincia?
Yes, I don't want anyone else to be sacrificed.
So we're going to help them. If you're so worried about the princess, I'll leave her here with you and you can keep her safe.
My Lord Ike. Yeah, they've got a healthy troop on them, sure. We can rescue them in time. They'll be able to defend them off for a bit. Until the princess's army is out of sight, we must not let the enemy spot them. Do what you must to draw their attention.
Yes, sir.
Cripes, they surrounded them quickly. I understand why we were freaked out, Lucia. God, do we only get like 10 for this? Are you kidding me?
They're coming into view. Combat formations.
This is such a small team. Why 11? This isn't like a massive open field. Okay, now that Ike and Soren have got their S support, or their A support, I'm no longer as stressed about ensuring that he comes in every single mission. So we can focus on bringing up people who are lower level. I'm going to bring Mordecai for sure, and probably Soth. Let's just have a look at the stats of people here, defense-wise. They're climbing a little, but He'll be able to do damage with a dagger. Or even with a knife now, right? Because his attack is like, his strength is 11. He gets 13 with a knife, never mind. I shouldn't have been freaked out. Let me just check if there's any weapons or staves or whatever he might be able to steal from someone. Ricard! Oh god. Clears 15 turns arrive. Oh, I only have to actually get there? That's not so bad. Oh, they've got a ballista. That's not my favorite. Yeah, 15 turns is not a lot of time to get up there, but if all I have to do is get anyone up there, then I should definitely bring a flyer. And regrettably, we've only got the one nowadays. Oh, no, that's not right. We've got Tanith as well, but she's not in my main party, but Marsha's definitely being brought then. I was sorry. What I was trying to see was, is any weapon that Soth might like to steal? Which case, like before, where I wasn't able to steal the physic because they didn't have room, I might want to leave it behind a dagger if there is something we will want. It doesn't look like they actually have really many healers. He said, completely missing this one. I guess we could steal a men's staff, but then you'd have to get close to this powerful mage, and that's not really fun. And you're already going to be having a tricky time being safe around here anyway, so I'll keep you with full weapons, I reckon. Lethian Ranulf, why not? Well, yeah, let me have a look here. So Taronio and Rayson. Ooh, Rayson will be probably helpful for getting far ahead here. He's got such a high level already. I said Taronio would be like in my party if we end up at his level. Like if we end up classed up at level 14, I'll start bringing him, I figure. As for this crew, Mia's got low XP, Nephany's got low XP, so does Ilyana, and I guess that just leaves Rolf then. This is a sensible formation, I suppose. This ends up bringing no healers, nor indeed Astrid. Oh, we probably do want Astrid for this as well, actually. We don't have very much range with this, but level-wise, it's smarter to bring someone that is not Astrid, I think. It's actually rather a tricky approach because we have to be pushing up, but also keeping... we're also in the range of like 4 mounted people before it's even begun, really. Oh, there's a visit we could have here, too, if we get past all this junk. Wowie. Yeah, this whole squad here isn't super strong, though, so as long as we get someone with, like if we brought Braum up here, he could be tearing through them. Or someone with comparable defense. Sort them by defense for a moment. Braum and Taronio. We've got Rolf, our next best. Perhaps it is a good idea to bring Braum. You know what? I'm going to bring Braum. Even though, well, he's level 4. It's not that much of a waste. We're going to have to ditch one of our other level 4s, though, I reckon. Or I suppose we could ditch... you know what? It's going to be hard to get Rayson, because it's going to be hard to keep him safe. So I'm actually going to swap Rayson out for Braum. I still would like to get our 3 Laguz units, Mordecai, Lethian, Ranulf here a few more levels, because Lethi, I feel, is pretty sturdy, and Ranulf is kind of broken sort of naturally. But I'd like to continue to get them experience so that they're not just stagnant units. And Mordecai's a little below where I'd like him to be, especially with speed. But his strength is growing quite well. Not to mention defense. Very well, I think this is a reasonably sensible formation. I'll put Braum up ahead here. Anyone here who's got, like, armor slayers, or indeed are there any mages? But even then, his res is pretty decent at 12 there. Thing is, his defense is 24, is that right? Yeah. So, moving up here, he cannot be meleeed by many of the people here, except you with the silver axe, good god. He can't be meleeed for much anyway, so he'll be able to put a lot of damage out on the front lines safely. Oganon, and your speed is, how much heavy is that? 9, and your strength is 5, so you've got an active strength, speed of 10, which he definitely outclasses, right? Might even be doubling you. Okay, cool. There are a few sword people here, but mostly it's lance. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I'll start you off with a sword anyway, I think. I'll bring Rolf up here too. So they'll kind of keep sort of in the middle. Let's keep our slower units up front if we can. We might not spend too much time fighting in this one, though. We might just try to... Oh, there's another rescue we could have up here. We might not just, like... We may even just sort of split into, like, 3 parties here. Sort of a middle party who kind of cuts up through here to get to actually clear the mission, and then 2 parties who go down... One down here to get that house, and one up there to get that house. I kind of like that idea. We're getting strong enough that it's sort of viable. Right. I feel good about that. Let me just check the conditions one more time, because there may be, like, an extra condition... You die if they seize it. Ike dies or exceeds 15 turns. Right, gotcha. They've got many forces here, but they're not necessarily going to be charging all of us all at once. I expect they're going to be charging Jeffrey up here. How strong is he, by the way? Pretty dang. Oh, and he's chosen bows as his second weapon, which is great. Or I guess he could have been a bow knight before and chosen lances as his second weapon. Whatever. I'm assuming not because his lance is good. Paragon! Oh, he's got that as well. Nice. How are his retinue? Yeah, pretty strong. A touch above the rest of the Daean soldiers, I'd say. Only problem being that they are wildly outnumbered. But I reckon even though it looks like there are a lot of people, it's like this bunch are all, and then this bunch, like, so this is like 8 units here are going to go attacking them and sort of break themselves on them, which leaves only about like 8 people here for us to fight. These 2, the 3 who are in front of us, 2, and then this massive chunk here. So it'll be fairly well divided, I reckon, and we'll be dealing with that next time. That's grand, that's grand. It'll probably take us a few times, but being it's only 15 turns, it shouldn't take too long, I don't think. So at least I hope not. Grand, so the battle reunion is between Jeffrey and the rest of us, I suppose, and all of his command buddies. Lucia, Alincia, them. Alincia will finally be back with her sort of family. My understanding is she and is Jeffrey and Lucia are brother sister, and Alincia and them are tight buddies from their youth. So these are among her oldest kin. It's not the right word. Friends. They're close enough. They're like almost family. But that's weird because then there's romance between them. Never mind. This is gonna end anyway. Next video, go up the show. There's gonna be some more Tales of Zestiria. And for now, I thank you right kindly for coming around. It's been a pleasure, partner. Pleasure doing business with you, partner. And I was gonna be out of here now. Hopefully I'll see you around. Peace!
If there was to be a war, it's more than likely this place would become a battlefield.
I mean, if you lost anyway. Have the troops really started retreating? There goes my chance to make it rich.
Gentle Shepherd, is it true? I heard you slew a dragon at Glaven Basin. I didn't even think dragons really existed, but if they do, then of course you're the one to stop.